Charlotte Bronte, a quiet clergyman's daughter, growing up motherless on the wild Yorkshire Moors. Who could have guessed that she would go on to give the world one of its great literary masterpieces? Charlotte was born in 1816 to Patrick and Marie Bronte. Patrick was an Anglican clergyman serving in the rugged north of England. Marie was tragically lost to tuberculosis when Charlotte was only 5, leaving a widowed husband and 6 children behind. When Charlotte was old enough, she was sent away to join her older sisters, Maria and Elizabeth, at Cowanbridge boarding school, where her grim experiences would later inspire the infamous Lowood School in her novel Jane Eyre. The most devastating of these were the deaths of both Elizabeth and Maria after tuberculosis broke out at the school. Her father pulled his remaining children out of Cowanbridge before it was too late. They never returned. The remote village of Howarth and the bleak, wind-blasted Yorkshire Moors turned out to be fertile ground for the imaginations of the surviving Bronte siblings. Charlotte, Emily, Anne and her brother Branwell crafted imaginary worlds and penned their own tiny books set within them. Examples of these little works still survive to this day. In 1847, at age 31, Charlotte successfully found a publisher for her novel Jane Eyre. She published under the pen name Cura Bell, reasoning that the ambiguous pseudonym would increase her chances of being taken seriously, whilst protecting her privacy and simultaneously retaining her initials, CB. The book was a hit. Ironically blasted by some critics for being sensual and immoral, it was simultaneously praised by others for its staunch and steadfast heroine, and its bold exploration of class, morality and love. Charlotte was not the only Bronte to hit the literary jackpot. Her talented sisters Emily and Anne soon followed, unleashing 2 more of writing's most popular classics, Wuthering Heights and Agnes Grey, all within the same year. Tragically, the Bronte family's moment of triumph was short-lived. Within 2 years of the publication, Branwell, Emily and Anne would all be dead from the same disease that had taken their mother and older sisters. Charlotte and her father, like so many others in their small village, buried their loved ones and soldiered on. Charlotte's romantic life proved to be no less dramatic than one of the characters in her fiction. Falling in love with her married French tutor, she sent him many letters confessing her feelings, only to be spurned. Conversely, she herself received several marriage proposals, which she flatly refused. One of these refusals, however, that of Arthur Bell Nichols, a curate of her father's parish, was so devastatingly received that the response captured her attention. In 1854, against her father's wishes, Charlotte and Arthur were married. Once again, Charlotte's moment in the sun was not made to last. A year later, at age 38, she passed away, perhaps from the same tuberculosis, perhaps due to complications of pregnancy, or maybe a combination of both. Despite her brief life, and briefer time in the literary spotlight, Charlotte's creations have endured for nearly 2 centuries, inspiring readers and writers and filmmakers even now. If you would like to hear Charlotte Bronte's masterpiece, Jane Eyre, read to you, you can hear it at the Quiet Corner Bedtime Stories podcast on your favourite podcast platform. Don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more content about history's greatest authors on this channel.